A beloved character's fate hangs in the balance after this devastating event. Chicago has seen its share of disasters, but nothing could have prepared Firehouse 51 for the devastating event that would change everything. The episode opens on a surprisingly calm morning. Firehouse 51 is operating like a well-oiled machine. Firefighters joke over breakfast. Equipment checks are completed without issue, and for once, the city seems quiet. But that peace doesn't last. At exactly 10:17 a.m., dispatch receives multiple reports of a commuter train derailment on the outskirts of downtown Chicago. Witnesses describe a horrifying scene. Several train cars have left the tracks. One has overturned completely, and smoke is rising from the wreckage. Within seconds, the alarm sounds.
Truck should be fixing that roof soon!
Squad report, what's your status?
They arrive. The scale of the disaster becomes clear. Twisted metal litters the area. Passengers are trapped inside crushed train cars. Panic spreads everywhere. Chief Pascal immediately declares a mass casualty incident. Every available firefighter begins rescue operations. Severide takes command of one rescue sector, while Kid coordinates extraction efforts from another section of the wreckage. Meanwhile, Violet and Novak establish emergency treatment zones for the injured. At first, the rescue appears manageable. Victims are pulled from damaged cars. Paramedics stabilize critical patients. Hope begins to emerge. Then disaster strikes again. A damaged fuel line beneath one of the train cars ignites. An enormous explosion erupts across the crash site. The blast sends debris flying in every direction. Firefighters dive for cover. Passengers scream. Emergency crews become separated. And in the middle of the chaos, one beloved member of 1 second they are helping victims. The next, they're gone. The realization spreads quickly through the team. Radio calls go unanswered. Search efforts intensify. But conditions continue worsening. The fire spreads rapidly through the wreckage. Additional train cars threaten to collapse. Every second increases the danger. Despite the risks, Firehouse 51 refuses to stop searching. They know one of their own is still out there. Hours pass. The rescue operation becomes one of the largest in recent memory. Firefighters from across Chicago arrive to assist. News helicopters circle overhead. Families gather behind emergency barriers praying for updates. Yet no one has answers. Then Severide discovers something. Near the center of the wreckage, rescue teams locate damaged equipment belonging to the missing firefighter. The discovery sends shockwaves through the scene. For the first time, fear begins replacing hope. Kid refuses to accept the possibility of the worst. She organizes another search. Herman joins her. Mouch volunteers without hesitation. No one is willing to give up. Not yet. As darkness falls, crews continue digging through twisted steel and collapsed debris. Exhaustion sets in.
Okay.
All right, Pascal, steer chair.
Yeah. Show us the way.
Disaster began. Rescuers hear a faint sound. Someone is alive. The entire operation changes instantly. Fresh energy surges through every firefighter. Teams work carefully removing debris. The process takes hours. One wrong move could trigger another collapse. Every breath feels like an eternity. Finally, rescuers reach the trapped firefighter. The scene is heartbreaking. They're alive, but barely. Severe injuries cover their body. Medical teams immediately begin treatment. Violet and Novak work frantically. Every second matters. The firefighter is rushed to the hospital under police escort. Back at Firehouse 51, nobody sleeps. Everyone waits. Everyone hopes. Everyone fears the same thing. The hospital becomes filled with firefighters. Doctors move in and out of operating rooms. Updates remain limited. The injuries are extensive. Multiple surgeries are required. The prognosis remains uncertain. As the hours pass, emotions overwhelm the team. Severide struggles with guilt. He believes he should have done more. Kid refuses to leave the waiting room. Herman quietly reflects on years of friendship and memories. Mouch tries to remain optimistic, but even he finds it difficult. For the first time, Firehouse 51 feels powerless. Usually they're the ones saving lives. Now all they can do is wait. Days pass. the beloved firefighter, remains in critical condition. Doctors fight to stabilize them. Family members arrive. Friends gather. The entire Chicago firefighting community rallies together. Social media fills with messages of support. Citizens leave flowers outside Firehouse 51. The city understands what this firefighter means to Chicago. But despite the support, uncertainty remains. Then comes another devastating setback. Doctors reveal complications from the injuries. Recovery becomes even more difficult. The odds begin shifting in the wrong direction. The news hits Firehouse 51 hard. Some struggle to stay positive. Others prepare themselves for the worst. Nobody wants to say it out loud, but everyone is thinking the same thing. What if they don't make it? Meanwhile, investigators begin examining the train derailment. Initial reports suggest mechanical failure. However, new evidence points towards something far more disturbing. Officials discover signs of deliberate tampering. The crash may not have been an accident. The revelation shocks everyone. The disaster that nearly claimed one of Firehouse 51's own may have been preventable. Anger spreads quickly. Who would do something so terrible? How many lives were put at risk? Investigators launch a full criminal inquiry. But for Firehouse 51, the investigation feels secondary. Their focus remains on one thing: the person fighting for survival in a hospital bed. As weeks pass, small improvements begin appearing. The firefighter opens their eyes briefly. Doctors cautiously describe the progress as encouraging. Hope returns. Not much, but enough. Enough to keep everyone believing. Physical therapy begins. Recovery remains uncertain. Yet the determination displayed by the injured firefighter inspires everyone around them. Every painful step becomes a victory. Every improvement feels monumental. Slowly, the impossible begins to look possible. The road back won't be easy. It may take months, perhaps longer. Some injuries may never fully heal. But survival is no longer a question. Now the question becomes how far recovery can go. The emotional climax arrives when the firefighter finally returns to Firehouse 51 for the first time since the accident. The station gathers together. Applause erupts. Some firefighters smile. Others cry openly. The moment reminds everyone what family truly means. Not just working together, not just fighting fires together, but standing beside one another through the darkest moments imaginable. As the episode reaches its conclusion, investigators finally identify the individual responsible for sabotaging the train system. Arrests are made. Justice begins moving forward. Yet the emotional focus remains elsewhere. On resilience, on survival, on gratitude. The final scene takes place inside Firehouse 51. The beloved firefighter stands surrounded by friends and colleagues. Still recovering, still healing, but alive. The camera slowly pans across the station. Every face reflects relief. Every smile reflects hope. And viewers are left with a powerful reminder. Life can change in an instant. Heroes can fall. Even the strongest people can face impossible challenges. But sometimes when hope seems lost, courage proves stronger than fear. The fate of a beloved character may have hung in the balance, but their fight inspired everyone around them. And Firehouse 51 emerged stronger than ever, united by loss, tested by tragedy, and determined to face whatever comes next.